guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's been a hot minute since Mia did my makeup the first time, so I thought I would jump back into her chair so she could glam me up again. I love this look and I hope you guys enjoy it. So first she went in with a Smashbox Photo Finish Minimizing Pore Primer and this moisturizer, I'm pretty sure, and just put that all over my face just with a stippling brush before foundation. So for foundation, Mia used the new Clarins Skin Illusion foundation. I ended up really loving the finish of this. I think it's more of a dewy sort of finish. I usually do get oily skin, but because it's been a little bit cooler, my skin has dried up a little bit. So it did really sit nice on my skin throughout the day. I need to get my hands on some of this stuff because, yeah, I really liked it. So she likes to buff their foundation in with a buffing brush. I normally use a beauty blender, but for myself recently, I've been using a brush just because when Mia did my makeup the first time, she used a brush, so I decided to try it, and it did work really well. I just find it's awkward using a brush on other people. I don't know why, because I've tried it before, and I just didn't like the finish of it compared to the beauty blender. Anyways, for concealer, she's using the Urban Decay All Nighter, and what she does that's different to me is I usually just really pack it on because I conceal and highlight at the same time. But for Mia, her makeup is always so flawless, and less is definitely more when it comes to her style of makeup. So she's just using a concealer brush and just really lightly putting some of that concealer directly underneath my eyes. Then she uses a Hourglass, I'm guessing a translucent powder, just to set underneath the eyes. I typically would normally bake, however recently I haven't been baking because I've just liked the look of just sweeping the translucent powder underneath the eyes, because sometimes it can look a little bit cakey if you pack it on. So recently I've been just doing what she's just done underneath my eyes. So now she's just blending in that concealer or foundation just to make sure the eyes are all nice and primed and set for eyeshadow. Then Mia is taking the Hourglass Diffused Light to set the rest of my face. I've actually really been enjoying this product for clients with drier skin that want to look more dewy and glowy. I think it works really well. And I think this worked really well with the foundation because my face looked so radiant and glowing by the end of it. I loved it. So for brows, she just likes to brush through the brows like I do as well. And she's just using a brow palette by Crown Brush Australia just to fill in my brows. My brows are microbladed, so I don't really need to do much to them, but she's just filling in the sparse areas. And then to set the brows, she's just using the Erin Bigg Brow Setter, and then just running that through my brows. For eyeshadow, Mia is using this Colourpop palette. I'll make sure I leave everything she used down below. So she likes to use a tissue to prevent fallout from happening just because she does base first. This is why I like to do eyes first, because I'm very messy when it comes to eyeshadow and I find that I do get quite a bit of fallout. So when I do eyes first and I do get fallout, I don't have to worry about being careful on the foundation, but this works really well as well. I've actually tried this when doing foundation first. but I just personally like doing eyes first, but each to their own, I guess. So just using a fluffy brush and just blending that darker brown color into my outer corners, and then just bringing it across into the middle of the eye. Then she's taking a more grey sort of transition color and just blending everything together so it is seamless. Then she's taking this light sort of bone color and again using that to diffuse the colors together just so there's no edges or sharp lines. Then she's taking this really gorgeous champagne-y color from the palette and just really packing that on the first half of my eyelid. I think this look is amazing, and then she's just blending all those colors together. Now for her famous wing, she uses the same brush as me, the winged liner brush from Zoeva 317, and she uses the Erin Bigg gel pot liner in black. So she starts off by mapping the wing first, but she goes in the opposite sort of way that I do it. I like to go and do like the base of the wing first and then connect it up, but she does the top and then connects it to the lash line and then does the bottom, which is really interesting. It obviously works for her because these wings turned out absolutely amazing. I think next time I try winged liner on a client, I'm going to try her way and see if that works better. So she starts off mapping out the wing, and then she goes ahead and lines the lash line. Then to get that inner corner, she just asked me to look down and to my right, and then that's how you get into the very inner corner tear duct of the eye. So then for the lower lash line, she's just applying that same gel liner from Erin Bigg into my waterline. Then to smoke out the lower lash line, she's just going to take that same brown she used as the transition and just smudging that below the waterline. Then she's taking the light brown and just using that to blend those colors together. Then lashes that Mia applied are just by Model Rock. I'll leave the style down below for you guys. Then to bronze up my face, she's using the matte bronzing powder by MAC, just on a bronzer brush and just really getting into the hollows of my cheeks and just bringing that upwards. For blush, she's taking MAC Coppertone and just placing that on the apples of my cheeks and bringing that up to the sides of my temples. For highlighter, I've never actually seen this one before, the Tom Ford Sheer Highlighting Duo in the shade Reflects Gilt. This is amazing, and she's just using a more precise sort of highlighter brush and just popping that on the highest points of my face, so on my cheekbones, and then down the bridge of my nose, on the tip, and on my Cupid's bow as well. Then she's taking this small Smashbox palette and just taking the dark brown and just further smoking out the lower lash line. For mascara, she used the Poni Cosmetics White Night. Again, she uses the tissue just to avoid any mascara going onto my cheek. For lips, she's going in with the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick in the shade Bawse. This is such a pretty red, and she's just applying that with a crown lip brush. No lip liner needed for this, just because it's a really pigmented liquid lipstick. Then, because I wanted a really glowy chest, she's just going in with a Hourglass primer first. And then she's going in with that same highlighting duo by Tom Ford and just running that over my collarbone area. Then for the faux freckles, she's going in with the Balm Mr. White Eyeliner Pencil. This one's a brown one, and she uses this and a combination of the Erin Bigg black liner. So what she's doing is just mapping out some freckles, and she just dabs her finger just to make them a little less pigmented and more natural. So that is the finished look. I absolutely love how this turned out. Mia is so freaking talented, so if you don't follow her, you need to. I'll leave all of her links down below for you guys. If you want to see more videos with Mia, then let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.